And the first older man that I dated, he was 46 when I met him. I was 20.
Wait a minute. So she said he was 46 and she was 20. Damn, that's 26 years older. I ain't know black girls be going out like that. I thought she was going to say something like he was 46, she was 32, 33, 10 to 15 years older. I ain't know she was going to go that much, all the way to 26 years older. Wow. Those usually be Indians. Indian girls be like 20. Their husbands be like 50. That's part of Indian culture. Because they usually marry their uncles. But black girls, usually a black girl would date someone like about 10 years older. Maybe 15. But she said 46 and she was only 20.
I met him at an event. A couple weeks later, he hit me up like, do you want to go to New York? I'm like, why? He like, have you ever been to New York? I'm like, no. He said, do you think that's a question you should be asking? I'm like, I guess not. So we go to New York. We have a good time. Then we go to LA. We have a good time in LA. I'm out of town, whatever. We have, we do. I'm 20, he's 46, and that was an experience for me because I never had even did anything with someone that older, I had a boyfriend before him. So he was really controlling. Like, he had rules that I had to follow, and if I did not follow the rules, he would block me. Mind y'all, I don't know if this is a trait of mine, like a Virgo, but Virgo's like organization. Like, so I'm not really the type of person to have as much fun as other people. So when I was dealing with him, he was the only man I was dealing with. So he would, like, if I did something wrong or he didn't like, or if I went somewhere and didn't tell him or something, he would like block me for a couple weeks at a time and tell me like, you'll get unblocked on this day at this time. And he would do it. Like, he was essentially abusing me. Now, I remember one time I hadn't talked to him for a couple weeks. I was blocked. I was on punishment. So I went on a date with a guy that I was friends with in college. We went to Kalamazoo to a football game, and then, mind y'all, he calls me. The older guy calls me. He's like, "Where you at?" And I'm like, "I'm at a football game in Kalamazoo." He texts me like, "If you can't talk to me while whoever you're in front of, you ain't got no business being with him." And then he texts me, "You better be home by 10 o'clock tonight." So I call my dad. I'm like, "Please, can you send me money to come back home?" He's like, "I just told you, said you were staying there all weekend." I was like, "No, I have to come back home. So I get home. He tells me come over at 10. He sends me a car to come to his house. So I get to his house. He's like, "Get undressed." I get undressed, and this is some crazy shit. He's like, like, it's like real tension. He's mad. He's not being nice to me now. He's a very nice guy, very kissy huggy and stuff, but he's being very mean. So he's like, "Lay down," like, and then it continues to do what he did. He's like, "It doesn't feel like you haven't had sex in 3 weeks." And that was the way he would abuse me. Like, that was the way he would control me and like just essentially like treat me. And we had a weird, very, very weird relationship. And that's how I met my ex that I was with, that I got tattooed on me. He's an older man too. When I met him, I had cut the other guy off. I was like, because I had essentially really liked him. Like, I'm like, I'm used to this now. And that's how I got into this cycle of dealing with older men who essentially wanted to control me.
Dating an older man, anytime I want to say 30 and older, you have to realize that men don't want to change. They're not going to change. There's nothing that you can do to make them change. They're only going to want to change when they want to change. That's why the girls always tell y'all the older men are the tricks. Just use them for money and that's it, not for love. I didn't say it. I'm just telling y'all. So if you're gonna date an older man, just date them for who they are already. Do not expect them to change. That's just my outlook. I don't know.
Story time. I'm officially single after dating a man for 5 months who was 20 years older than me. And that was the first time I ever dated an older man. And these are the things I did not pay attention to that you should pay attention to. And these are the pros and cons of dating an older man. Number one, I did not pay attention to the fact that he was not a man of God. And if you're a man of God, you will submit to God. Therefore, I can submit to you. If you are not submitted to God, then you're probably submitted to your ego, your need for validation, the fact that you have trauma and things are unresolved. You don't really have a moral compass, etc. Some of the benefits of dating an older man are they usually understand women more. They usually have great communication skills, humor. They understand that we want commitment quickly. They understand what we want. And financially, they're usually more sound, more savvy.
That's true. Usually, an older guy, he's more on his financial game. When the guy start getting a little older, like in his 40s, his late 40s, early 50s, that's usually when they have their resources and their finances together. So she's saying that they're usually more savvy financially. So they have more going on, which is true. Because a lot of times, guys, when they first start dating, let's say early 20s, 30s, right? They usually, spend their money on stuff that's not important, to impress girls and stuff like that. But once you get older, you're not worried about impressing people anymore. You're just trying to create a stable, economical structure. Something that's going to last for a while.
They may have more experience. I did learn a lot with business. I did learn a lot with conducting myself in certain environments, putting myself out there, pitching, emails, whatever, etc. I did learn a lot in that regard, and I'm grateful for that. Also, the love bombing is going to be a lot less noticeable. The love bombing may be Santa literally coming with exactly what you want on his back to give to you. Traveling, fun, excitement, whatever it is. He hears you, he knows what you want, and he will give it to you in a way that will just seem so genuine and authentic because the acting is next level. They've been doing it for a long time. An older man knows exactly what to say, what to do to make you feel good. This man used to pull out my chairs. This man used to look out for business opportunities for me. This man was consistent for the most part, but there was another side to him that if he was angry or he was frustrated or he's going through a hard time, that side of him took over. And unfortunately, relationships are not made by the good times. You do not know someone until you see them sad or angry or upset or in grief or in pain. Are they able to get through that hard time? Do they turn to you or away from you when life starts lifing? Unfortunately, this man turned away from me when things got hard, and I'm the kind of person that loves myself enough to walk away even if I'm in love with you. So if you're dating an older man or man in general, pay very close attention. In time, give it time. Do not rush it. Do not rush into commitment, even if he's pushing you into commitment because you feel good. Oh, I finally find a man who wants to settle down quickly. That's not a good thing all the time. Sometimes they want to hold you real quick, bait you in real quick. Take your time to truly see him in all of his essences. Don't settle too quickly, even if you're in love, even if you're smitten, even if you feel like this is your person, okay? Take your time. We broke up, okay? I recorded that video 4 months ago when I was smitten in love and just feeling the oxytocin and just in this happy place. And girl, oh boy, whoever's watching this, I was in love, okay? I was in love. I was high on the drug of love. But in time, I was able to see a lot, and I'm making this video to teach women especially what to pay attention to when you're falling in love, when you're dating someone older, and when you are in just this lovey-dovey space. Number one, hold your boundaries to the T. There was a lot of boundaries within myself I sacrificed in this relationship because I was so just full of bliss. And your boundaries that you set for yourself as a woman, as someone who's moving through life, are so important. And if somebody does not respect your boundaries, if somebody pushes your boundaries, if somebody manipulates their way around your boundaries, these are huge red flags. They do not truly respect you. It's very important to pay attention to their support system. Do they have a support system? Who are they talking to? Who are they in relation to? Who do they look up to, and why? Don't be afraid to ask the hard questions, but also be very careful as to the answers you get because people lie. And the most important thing to do is not lose yourself. Do not lose yourself trying to cater to this man or make his life better or pour into him. The right man will do what he needs to do to make sure your life is better. He will prioritize you. He will love you in a way that you know you are reaching new levels of growth within yourself. And he will do this consistently, because he was on that for a little bit, and then the focus completely shifted to him and what he's going through and what his life looking like. And my life and my dreams, everything was more on a back burner. Like, we'll get to you when I'm done going through what I'm going through. Pay very close attention to this. Also, because older men are set in their ways, they may be a little bit more controlling. They may be used to things done a certain way. It's very important to see and ask yourself, is this man open to change and growth? Is he actually working on himself, or is he just saying that he is? Does he actually open up to his therapist, or does he just say he's in therapy? A lot of men do not hold themselves accountable, and especially if the man's older and he's gotten away with doing things a certain way for a long time, pay attention.